Welcome to the relationship theory, everyone. I am your neurotypical empath. Today, I want to talk about a different part of pain. What happens when you get hurt by someone? What happens when you want to react in pain? I want to talk about these shapes of pain. Well, everyone, here at the Relationship Theory, we take thoughts in, we break them down, we build them up, and we play them out. Today, we're going to be talking about, does it hurt? Does it hurt? This is the question. Does it hurt when someone hurts you? Does it hurt when someone ignores you? Does it hurt when someone leaves you vulnerable? Does it hurt when someone doesn't pay attention? Does it hurt when you hit something that you do not mean to hit? Does it hurt when you make a mistake? These questions are important. We don't ask enough questions when it comes to our pain. And I think we're not able to articulate our pain enough because we're so busy saying, ouch. Ouch is a proper response, but it's only half of the response. You see in movies and manga and anime where the characters get hurt, but they sort of shrug it off. They stand there and they ignore it. And there's something to it. There's something to it. It's not just that they're able to brave damage and that it means nothing to them. There's something more, and I've been watching for a while, and I think it's this. Many of the characters that we see on TV or on these shows are people who are quite familiar with pain. They're very familiar with it. Now, our ideas of pain are completely different from person to person, but I believe that one of the things that connect all of us is the fact that we don't have a proper articulation of pain whenever we're responding to it. So everyone has an idea, it might be even afraid of pain, and that is what hurts. But from what I've been observing, if you're in pain, something is either unseen, undetected, and there is no capability to articulate that sensation. It's a sensation, much like many of the other feelings, much like pleasure. It's just that we don't have a way to communicate our pain. We don't have a way to communicate our pleasure. I mean, we even moan and groan when something does feel good, which is interesting. It lets the other person know that something is good, but it doesn't tell them exactly what makes you feel good. So they can keep doing it, but they're not going to know what it is that they need to keep doing to make you moan even more. So that's an interesting thing, but this is the same thing that goes with pain. Someone or something might hurt you and you might groan about it, but it's you not being able to articulate it to yourself that leaves you open for more pain rather than closed. We typically look at other people as though they're the only ones that can hurt us. And therefore, when someone hurts us, we have to react. We have to lash back out at them. We have to reciprocate in some fashion. But this is only telling half the story of pain, much like pleasure. If you're not able to understand yourself what hurts about what is hurting, why it hurts, when did it hurt, where is it hurting, if you're not able to say these things, if you're not able to identify the gash or the wound that is happening to you, you have no way of truly repairing it. And one of the sad tendencies that we have is when we hurt, we tend to become unaware of our own selves, almost as if to dull the pain. And this is not a good habit. Pain is not supposed to make you unsee yourself. We might want to say that pain helps us see ourselves, and that's okay, but before we go down that path, what we need to realize is that everyone has a reaction to pain as if because it's happening to you, you must do it to yourself. Pain is not there to make you feel bad enough to want to cause more pain to yourself. If you don't understand why you're even hurting, are you really hurting yet? This is something that goes along the lines of vulnerability, where if you're not able to articulate it, you still haven't gotten down to the root. And I know that it takes time, but you don't have to wait on time to figure out why something hurts you. Especially once you realize that when something hurts you, you have a tendency to hurt somebody else, to blind yourself to the pain and also feel like well, that's just it. It blinds you to the pain. But if the sensation tells you that someone or something else has caused you pain, the only thing you're going to do is identify that pain in someone else by putting it off of them. And we don't articulate pain enough to understand that that does not help us understand ourselves. This is pain and pleasure are brother and sister. They are two things that do not know us well. We do not know pain and pleasure well, because when we feel these things, they are the times where we least communicate it to anyone else. And that's a problem. That causes one of the biggest separations, because most of us only ever feel pain or pleasure in some fashion. Now, it's one of the things that we look forward to all the time anyway. Some people have transmuted pain into pleasure. And then we see those people able to articulate that sort of sensation, that transformation of a sensation. And we look at them like they're weird, but they're the ones who are actually paying attention to the sensations in their body and calling their world out by name. And that's so important. You need to be able to call your world out by name. Everything that passes through your mind, everything that you feel, you need to understand has a name to it. It has a word, it has a point to it that you need to see that will help you get to the other side of that idea. There are identities in every single sensation that you have, but passing it off to someone else just because that's your typical reaction is not doing you any justice. And it's not about learning yourself because you were able to refuse to hurt somebody else with your pain. What's more important than anyone else or anything else that is in your arena is you knowing what it means to hurt, you knowing what it means to feel good. You need to be able to say what it is. Find the words, find the words. You have all these taste buds in your mouth. Find the words. That's the relationship theory. Enjoy your day.